Hey everyone, Facebook, day 26 of the 33-day Choose You Challenge. I can't believe that it's almost over and that we are literally in the end of week 4. Craziness. I know I've gotten a little bit of off script here, and that's due to my own progression as we've gone through these 33 days and as I've continued to have my own insights as I get deeper and deeper into this. This is the longest period that I've really dug hard into this material with a group. And I find that there are some gaps that were in my previous shorter material. So I've done this over a 3-day period, and the sessions have been longer. And I know some of you participated in that. This is my first go at it for so long, and because I really wanted to examine the scope of the material and see really how it was best to serve through a 33-day period. And so as I've gone through this, I see that some of the things too that I had planned for us as part of the journey, really I needed to kind of replace some of those ones that I relate to more and ones that I feel fit better into this journey for you as well. And I think when we're talking about, this week, it's all been about obstacles. A lot of that is around limiting beliefs. Byron Katie's questions. Let me see if I can bring up that list. I did have them written down. However, that's not somewhere to be found quickly right now. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this a little bit in my way. So when you're asking, when you have a particular limiting belief, is it actually true? Are you positive 100% that it is actually true? Do you know for an absolute fact? Could it be a misperception or misinterpretation? Now, these are not the exact words that she used, but these are the main questions. Could it be a misperception or misinterpretation when you say, I'm too old to be healthy, have a healthy body. I'm too old to start a business. I'm too old to whatever. It could be, I don't have enough time to, whatever that is for you. Something maybe you've been told, I'm not smart enough to. I'm not enough of something, or I'm too much of something. Isn't that so much of what it is for us as women? We're taught both of those things. So, do you have all of the information needed to know what it really means? The only way to actually dissolve a limiting belief is to question it in order to produce some doubt. That is the first crack that we create in this armor of because we have a tendency to protect our limiting beliefs. Any belief, really. And remember, a belief is our level of certainty that something is true. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to look at my notes, and this is all really in the way. How do you feel when you believe this thought or belief? And that is so much a big part of this. How does it make you feel when you believe what you're saying? I'm too old to do this. How does that make you feel? What do you experience or become like? How is your behavior? Does it change when you believe that thought or belief? What choices have you made from believing that this thought is true? How about that one? That one for me was just incredibly effective. And this is so important. What has it cost you in your life to believe it? Literally, what has it cost you? So I wanted to really take you through these steps so that you have access to them. And really, it all comes down to how it makes you feel. How it makes you feel, what has cost you so far in your life, and then that next step, now that you've brought in some doubt, what if this belief never even existed? What if this thought or belief never existed? How would you feel if this thought never even existed? How would your experiences or behavior be different? How would you change? What choices would you make now? How would you feel about your life? This is no different than when we were creating our clear, compelling vision for what we wanted. Making your choices from that place, taking action from that place. So, if you have these things, these obstacles, these limiting beliefs that have gotten in your way, what if they didn't exist? How accessible would that vision feel to you then? And how would you feel about your life? What choices would you make now? Who would you be? To throw off that heavy weight of those beliefs, because they're heavy. They're there to weigh you down and keep you where you are, or keep you moving so slowly, maybe always in a wrong direction, not in the direction that you want. So when we talk about self-leadership, if you're feeling called to lead in any kind of way, you know, the word thought leaders tossed around a lot now. And what does that actually mean? Well, I think it really means something different to everyone. I think it can smack of a progressive kind of mindset. Now, what does that even mean? Maybe someone that thinks out of the box. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good or bad. When I think of thought leadership, for me, it's about really taking into consideration the collective and or the area I want to impact the most. For me, it's about empowering you as women to become leaders yourselves by choosing you first. Because in order to lead, you've got to be able to lead yourself first. It has to start with you. If you want to affect, let's say, generational change, let's say if you are a mother of, let's just stick with women, of a daughter. And now I, at this point, recognize my daughter's 24, I'm 56, and I recognize the things that I passed on to her that were passed on by my mother, that were passed on by her mother, and things that I didn't realize I was doing. And they weren't the only things, because I had some very clear training by my father as well. So it's not just our mothers, but it's a familial, community, collective experience that we have. So if you recognize in yourself that, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm teaching my daughter this, or I've taught my kids this, I've taught my daughter this. My goal is to impact as many women as I possibly can so that we can affect generational empowerment for women. So that our girls can be way more empowered than we were. Now, I'm of a little bit of an older generation, so that means something different for me. But for my daughter in turn, it will mean something different if she has children. But it can be anyone, any woman or girl that you are in contact with, because we lead by example. Our children watch what we do and imitate that. Anyone that we have direct contact with, we affect. So everyone is affected by what I see and what I do. And don't ever doubt that. So If you want to impact those around you, if you want to impact yourself, sorry, I got an itch in my ear, you've got to start with you. And it starts here, and this week is that clearing out, cleaning up process. We've got to be able to recognize what's hindering us from, if you feel called to lead, what's hindering you from leading yourself, and maybe not in all areas. Maybe it's only in certain places. Take an audit, do an inventory. In what areas are you successful in leading yourself and or others? What areas are you falling short and would like to do better in? Make a list, no judgment, completely. You know, you're here for a reason. And we're here to impact, to create impact, if that's why you're here. I know that's why I'm here. I'm here to serve you and help you create the impact you want in your own life. And that then pays it forward, doesn't it? To anyone around us. Could be our daughters, could be our children, could be our siblings. It could be, if we're a teacher, it could be our students. It really could be everywhere and anywhere. And if you are intent on visibility and positioning yourself as a leader, as a thought leader, to create impact, it all starts with you. So if you can't impact yourself, there's no way that it's a good idea for you to be trying to impact others. It's got to start with you. And it's got to start with this journey of where you are. Now, if you've been through any of these exercises, any of these steps on this journey, you're not at the same place you were 4 weeks ago or 3.5 weeks ago. But still, where are you today? Has something changed? Have you been able to create that vision? What is your why? What is the why that fuels you on your journey? What is the why that will fuel you to not just overcome the obstacles and limiting beliefs, but replace them with empowering beliefs? It's a matter of destroying those, recognizing they have no power over you. You have complete power over yourself. And you do have the choices whether you are ready to believe that or not. So what if you could make your choices, make your decisions from this place of your vision, from this place of your empowered persona, and then take action as that person. Try it. Imagine that person, that version of you is standing right across from you with all the attributes that you can envision. None of your limiting beliefs exist. And that person is full in her power. And now step over into her, and how do you feel? How do you stand? What do you want to do? Does it not make you want to take some serious action? Does it not bring focus and clarity? And that's one of those things that it's that focus and determination, commitment, inspired action taken from that place that is truly you and the foundation that you've built for yourself, by yourself. The foundation of choosing you is the most powerful thing that you can do. And that is the strongest foundation that you can create. And if you want to lead, you've got to have that foundation first. You've got to be able to lead from that. And a lot of that is also held together by your resilience, by your overcoming. by your ability to keep going. And I don't mean tuck your head and just plow through. I mean having compassion for yourself and recognizing clearly that you have all the power and that you get to choose to use it. And you get to create this foundation for yourself from which to stand then so that you can create impact through whatever your own leadership looks like. So yay, you. So I was really inspired to talk about that more today. And this whole process that I talk about empowering you, you can only empower yourself. I can show you the way. I can show you what I've done, tell you what I've done, talk about the journey I've been on. And as I have the link for this is in my LinkTree. The link for everything is in my LinkTree. And there's something I do want to share with you. Most of you know that I'm at home as well in the health and wellness space. And anything that I find that's really impactful, I always share. So I do have something to share with you around that today as well. Also in my LinkTree. But really, the morning terms and conditions, this empowerment for you first thing in the morning is so incredibly powerful and simple. What are your 3 power words? I am what this morning? Beautiful, healthy, focused, committed, successful, determined. What are those words for you that really make you feel empowered for the day, that you feel you could take it all on? And what about then some power statements? I'll tell you what my 3 power statements are right now. And I'm always open to change as well. I magnetize to me all I need. I have 100% faith and trust in myself. I'm so grateful for the abundance and love in my life right now. Gratitude always has a place, always. And then how about your 3 power actions? I experiment without fear. I take a risk every day. And it doesn't even have to be without fear. I experiment through the fear. When I look at something as I'm experimenting, it doesn't seem fearful at all because it's just an experiment. I've got no expectations. It just smacks more of fun and okay, well, let's just try this and see what happens. I start each day with empowerment. I make choices based on what will take me toward my goal or vision, not away from it. So those were just examples. And now these sheets are available for you on my LinkTree. I will drop the link one more time. Well, again, today is day 26. And on Monday, which I'm not sure what day that is of this, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29. Maybe before then, I will let you know what the next step is for you. And I have a couple things to share around that. And also today, I do want to, before I give you your card for the day, I do want to let you know, I want you to go to my LinkTree, and the very first tab says restore, I think it says, let me see. Restore your vitality now. Now that is a direct link to my LifeWave website, which is literally advanced stem cell technology that will reactivate your stem cells without any, it's non-invasive, it's not chemicals, it is It's a vegan friendly. It is completely safe. No pharmaceuticals, no injectables, no transdermal, no invasive, and latex free. It's just a little patch that you wear. And this, if you go to that page, it will tell you all about it. If you have any questions, feel free, please, to reach out. You can order, I think, directly from that page as well. Or if you want to, become a customer, preferred customer, whatever that is for you, just please reach out and let me know. And I can get you samples as well. I'm not sure on the page. This is something really new for me. I tried it. I was introduced to it about 2 months ago, and the results were incredible. You can go online too. This will talk about, you can watch some of the reviews. So yes, all the information is there at your fingertips. Okay, so leadership. Literally, if you're being called to lead in any kind of way, whether that's at work, or if you are just one of those people that ends up being a natural leader, and it might be under duress. I know for me, in my past, literally any job I had, I ended up being a leader because no one else seemed to be able to step into that role. It just seemed really natural for me. It wasn't purposeful though. And right now I recognize that, but it was also me then enabling others not to take responsibility. So I have to be careful, but I also, in any type of leadership position, I want to create the impact that stirs me, and I want it to be intentional and purposeful. I want you to be able to benefit from it, because for me, it's all about serving you, impacting as many women as I possibly can, helping you to empower yourself to impact yourself. And we can talk about in what ways you'd like to do that. Okay, so your card for today is, I know I'm here in Clubhouse too, is the Eye. You can see that. This was a really fun card to create. And again, that did come up in the reverse position, which is really interesting. That is card number 56. 46, 50. I have to tell you, so many of these cards were just really fun to create, and it was really amazing, kind of the images that came to mind and just into being and how it happened. It didn't take a whole lot of time. Some of them did, and some of the meanings too. But for the most part, most of them came fairly easily and quickly once I learned how to use the software. That was a huge piece of it for me. And I had to go through and redo all of them, I think at least twice. So some of the information I learned wasn't correct. So but I know now. Anyway, so the Eye, the reverse theme of the Eye is, what is it that you are not wanting to or choosing not to see? The truth is there, whether you want to see it or not. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Believe me, there are things I'd like to have unsee. You cannot continue to bury your head in the sand or continue to look down. This contracted and limited view only keeps you in fear. And really, looking up isn't as scary as you believe it to be. It is time to see things as they actually are and not as you would like them to be. Gather your courage, look up into the present, and see what there is to see. Be brave and be patient. And have faith and trust that you'll be shown the way. Even if it is just a small part of it, grab a hold and trust in yourself. So be brave and look up out of the chaos, the churn, the everyday, all of those things that are distracting you and keeping your head down and preventing you from looking up into the present and seeing what is actually there. Okay. If y'all need to get in touch with me, you know where to find me. I'm going to put the link to my LinkTree here in the comments, and probably also in a post in this group. And it's always a pleasure. I will see you all tomorrow for day number 27.